So I don't know where this one came from either. It just came out of nowhere. Um, and I'm just gonna talk about it. So it's not even a trauma. It was more of a, I'm not gonna call it a trauma. I'm just gonna call it a adversion. I'm not gonna say it was traumatic. It was probably traumatic, but I don't know. Whatever. But I'm not gonna say I've always had an aversion, but I've had an aversion to cleaning since forever. And not saying that I'm not a clean person, or that, I don't like cleaning, or I'm not good at cleaning. I'm excellent at cleaning. But the aversion comes from my childhood, stems from my childhood, because my mother used to make us clean like we were in the military. Like, she was kind of that person, like, to clean the baseboards with a toothbrush kind of person, like that kind of person. And like, our house was very clean, very clean. And she used to always say, she always thought it was a flex. Like, she's like, yeah, my house doesn't even look like I have kids. My house looks like children don't even live here. My house is so clean, you can eat off the floors. Like, she would say this all the time. Like, it was very, like, repetitive. She was very, like, obsessed with having a clean house all the time. Now, I'm all for having a clean house. I think it's great. But that's where the aversion comes. And like I said, now that I'm raising my kids, I teach them that having a clean house is a reflection of you, yes. But it should be that you're cleaning your house because you want it to be comfortable. You want it to be livable. You want to show that you respect yourself, you respect your space, stuff like that. Not so much to impress other people or to make it look like you don't have any kids and stuff like that, because I want my kids to be comfortable. I don't want them to feel like they live in a museum. I don't want them to have designated areas in the house that they're allowed to be in, because we had that too. Like, you wasn't allowed in the living room, you wasn't allowed in the kitchen unless you was eating or cleaning it. So, I want my kids to be seen and heard. I want them to be comfortable in their house. And that usually comes with a mess. And like I said, my mother did not like that. She did not play that. We had a rec room. Our basement was where we were supposed to be at. You was not allowed to sit in the living room. So, it was never about, internal. It was external. Like, you're raising us to want to please other people with our house instead of us being pleased with our own environment. And that's what I instill in my kids. Like, we want our house to be clean because we want it to be comfortable for us to live in, not caring about what other people think about our house or whatever. So, like, that's why I always had an aversion to it, because it's like you promoting it for the wrong reasons. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to come to my house if they worrying about eating off my damn floor. Like, that shit to me, when she used to say that shit, I'm like, why are you hanging out with people who want to eat off the floor? Like, that was just the way my mind was thinking. Like, she used to always say that shit. And then it's funny too, because then I have family members who are the same way. Like, my sister's this way. I have a cousin this way. So I was laughing because I homeschool my kids. So my house is going to be a mess because we're in the house majority of the day. Like, especially in the wintertime or whatever, we're not going to be out. We're not going to be outside. We're going to be in the house. So I remember when my sister came. First of all, when these people come to my house, they're not invited, number one. They come unannounced. They're not invited to my house. And then they come to my house and talk shit about how dirty my house is. And then my sister came and she made my kids clean the house to her standard, which is crazy. And I'm just like, how you gonna come to somebody's house unannounced, tell them their house is dirty and that they need to clean it? And I'm just like, yeah, that's the best way to start a bond and bond with your niece and nephew. And they were like, when is she leaving? That shit was hilarious. But anyway, yeah. And then my cousin came and she did the same thing. And mind you, she was homeless at the time. Homeless. A homeless person coming to your house unannounced, uninvited, and comes to your house and disrespects you in your face. She didn't even have the decency to say it behind my back. She said it to my face and told me how dirty my house is while she's homeless. So I'm just like, this shit is hilarious to me. But I'm like I said, I don't clean my house to appease other people. I want people to know I have kids in my house. My house looks like it got kids in it because there are kids living in it. And I don't clean my house to make other people feel comfortable who's uninvited and unannounced. So yeah, that shit is crazy. But yeah, that's just a download that I got the other day. Like, as far as like cleaning, I never wanted to teach my kids that that's the reason why we keep our house clean or whatever. It's never for outside people. It's for us to be comfortable, for us to have a safe space, for us to enjoy our house and to not treat it like it's a museum. Like, kids make messes, you know, and you clean it. How else would children know how to clean if they don't make a mess? Like, the shit don't make sense. But anyway, yeah, all those reasons of me having an aversion to cleaning was stemmed from a childhood trauma. Or I don't want to call that trauma, but I guess it was traumatic because it has affected me in my adult life. But anyway, yeah, not so much for the outside world, but for your comfortability, and not to make it a flex to look like you don't have kids living in your house. Like, that's so weird to me. It's very weird behavior. All right, peace.